netizens were shocked when Maine Mendoza did this to Liza Soberano on Instagram. Liza Soberano started to take over the industry not just in the Philippines but also in the other parts of the world after the success of her primetime series called Forevermore. In fact, a lot of celebrities admire her beauty. Piolo Pascual admitted that he's a fan of Liza's beauty, while Miss Universe 2015 Pia Wurtzbach said that she sees Liza as a beauty queen. What's more surprising is the fact that even international artists admire her beauty. Now, despite being on different networks, in fact, we're in the rival networks, Maine Mendoza still chose to follow Liza Soberano on. What Maine did has quickly captured the attention of the Lizcan fans, making them spread the news all over the internet. Liza hasn't responded to what Maine did, and she still hasn't followed her back. Invite you to watch the video. Elizabeth Oropesa defends President Duterte after Agata Cedro slammed him and called him a psychopath. Supporters of President Duterte showed their force again on social media after Agata Cedro slammed the president on her Facebook account and called him a psychopath, which has gone viral on the internet. Veteran and award-winning actress Elizabeth Oropesa is one of the netizens who showed her support to President Duterte. Elizabeth posted a photo wearing her personalized Duterte t-shirt with a caption, "I'm the of the 16M psychopath." Elizabeth did not post any message for Agata, but the short caption is an evidence that her post is her response to Agata's criticism to President Duterte. Recently, the palace said that Agata Cedro was entitled to her own opinion. The president is calling for Filipinos to be truly independent economically and mentally and psychologically, Abela said. Meanwhile, netizens showed their support to the veteran actress and thanked her for bravely defending President Duterte. Invite you to watch the video. A Filipino doctor found a way to get rid of diabetes in just 5 minutes. You've got to try this. According to the numbers that the International Diabetes Foundation have released, the Philippines was said to have been one of the countries that are emerging in diabetes. Our country was on the 15th spot after more than 4 million people were diagnosed with such illness. Studies have also shown that this is one of the leading causes of death in our country. And now, numerous research were done for them to create the best cure for diabetes. Dr. Jamie Diliaco stated that he has already found the cure for such disease. He said that he have found the best treatment that could cure diabetes in just 5 minutes. Ingredients: -12 pcs of chili pepper or siling labial, 2 raw eggs, 1 teaspoon of sea salt. Preparation: cut the chili peppers and mix it with raw eggs, then add sea salt. After mixing all the ingredients, you can now drink the mixture. Invite you to watch the video. Australian man claims PH is no longer safe after being a victim of Duterte's drug war. Australian man from Adelaide narrated his ordeal after being caught up in the country's war on drugs. 35-year-old Damien Berg described what happened during his arrest, subsequent imprisonment, trial and acquittal for a narcotics-related crime. "In a split second, my life was gone. I was taken away from my pregnant girlfriend, I lost my job," Berg told reporters. With an estimated 3,000 people killed amidst the drug war, Berg is now a skeptic after he witnessed police authorities confirm evidences presented against him, which was later proven to be false. Berg, who worked under an engineering company in the Philippines, was accused by police authorities of dealing 50 tablets of ecstasy to Canadian Jeremy Eden during a buy-bust operation in Makati City on the night of June 20. In a state of shock, Berg was dragged in front of the media, brought to a cell he shared with 15 others for a month until he was transferred to Makati City Jail. However, CCTV footage showed that Berg was working nearby Red Plant Hotel when police stormed into his room with guns drawn. This later belied the claim of the prosecution and destroyed the integrity of their testimonies, acquitting him on the 15th of September. Despite all that being over for the Australian man, he is still left to wonder as to why he was dragged in the country's drug war. "I have thought about this every night, especially when I was incarcerated. I still don't know what happened. How are you meant to believe that all these people who are being killed and by bust are guilty of drug dealing when they completely fabricated this whole thing against me?" Berg also shared how he has been receiving threats through text messages from unknown numbers since he have been acquitted. He has now moved back to Australia along with his partner for the birth of his son next month. Invite you to watch the video. Kris Aquino slams accusations she wore C's Marcos necklace. Kris Aquino took to social media to slam rumors she allegedly wore a necklace from the C's jewelry collection of the Marcoses. Several websites posted a photo of the necklace she wore at a previous event, next to what many believe is a similar necklace from the collection of former First Lady Imelda Marcos. On Instagram, Kris posted about the necklace she wore to a dinner during the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation event last year. The necklace is from the Italian luxury brand Bottega Veneta. It seems you don't want me to stay quiet and your trolls want to keep perpetuating lies about me. My friend JC Bundia and my sister Veal both showed me this Paul at Yulit repetitive, FB post. The necklaces supposedly belong to Mrs. Marcos and I was brazen enough to wear them for the APEC dinner. Duh. The necklace I wore was made from cubic zirconia and silver, Hindi po, it's not, diamonds, in other words fake Sila although Bottega Veneta name in. Enough. And the truth is on my side, including credit card receipts. P.S. I have a long-standing event for Ariel on Tuesday. Even if my necklaces aren't appropriate for showing how you can remove more than 100 different types of stains, what the heck, Asusawa ko na sila, I'll wear them. After all I paid for them with hard-earned, tax-paid income, and hindi ko na problema kung yung pagnani ko ng iba trip na lang abitang patakpan using me. It's not my problem if others are using me or accusing me to hide those who are stealing, and to be perfectly clear, I'm not referring to Mrs. Marcos. So this is fair warning, stop lying about me if you don't want your rotting skeletons unearthed. I am back, she said. Last December, the Presidential Commission on Good Government, PCGG, clarified the same issue, saying that it would be impossible for Kris to be wearing the C's necklace, when it was kept in a vault. In a report by the Philippine Star, PCGG Commissioner Andrew De Castro said, "It's impossible to have been taken from the central bank vault and returned just in time for our appraisal the week after." He also said that the necklace looks completely different. Kris, who took time off from showbiz, recently announced she was doing a new project under APT Entertainment Incorporated, a subsidiary of Television and Production Exponents Philippines. Invite you to watch the video. Paul Ryan says he won't defend Trump, campaign with him. Trump defiant, House Speaker Paul Ryan, the nation's top elected Republican, effectively abandoned Donald Trump Monday, telling anxious fellow lawmakers he will not campaign for or defend the floundering businessman in the election's closing weeks. Pro-Trump members rebelled in anger, accusing Ryan of conceding the election to Hillary Clinton. Indeed, Ryan said he would devote his energy to ensuring Clinton doesn't get a blank check as president with a Democratic-controlled Congress, according to people on his private conference call with GOP House members. While the Wisconsin Republican did not formally rescind his own tepid endorsement of Trump, he told lawmakers they were free to do just that and fight for their own re-election. Trump fired back on Twitter, saying Ryan should spend more time on balancing the budget, jobs and illegal immigration and not waste his time on fighting Republican nominee. Trump retained the backing of the Republican National Committee, which has overseen crucial field efforts for the candidate in battleground states. On a conference call with RNC members, Chairman Reince Priebus said the party remains in full coordination with Trump. "Everything is on course," Priebus said, according to a participant in the call. Still, Ryan's announcement underscored the perilous predicament Republicans find themselves in 1 month from Election Day. Recent revelations of Trump's predatory sexual comments about women deepen the worries among GOP officials who fear he'll drag down their own electoral prospects in November. But others look at Trump's loyal bands of supporters and see no way for Republicans in other races to win without their support. Trump himself made no reference to Ryan and the GOP defections at a Pennsylvania rally, except perhaps one line that could apply to fleeing Republicans as well as the Democrats. The last 72 hours has framed what this election is all about. It's about the American people fighting back against corrupt politicians who don't care about anything except for staying in power, he said. Running mate Mike Pence said he was staying with Trump. "I'm honored to be standing with him," Pence said. Trump's candidacy long ago laid bare the turmoil roiling the GOP. Some party leaders had hoped to push off a reckoning until after the election, but with Ryan and other lawmakers publicly distancing themselves from Trump, and in some cases even calling for the real estate mogul to drop out of the race, that now appears impossible. For Ryan, the most pressing goal through the next 4 weeks is preventing Republicans from losing control of the House, a scenario that seemed remote as recently as a week ago. Although Republicans are not yet panicking given their wide 246-186-seat majority, Ryan and Greg Walden, the chairman of the National Republican Congressional Committee, both acknowledged on Monday's conference call that the majority was more in peril in light of Trump's problems. Clinton's campaign hammered Republicans for recoiling from Trump at this late date and urged voters to hold GOP candidates accountable for standing by their nominee for months. The campaign had earlier tweeted that Ryan is still endorsing Trump. The remarkable development came as Trump battled to rescue his campaign after the release last week of a 2005 video in which he is heard bragging about how his fame allowed him to do anything to women. Several leading Republicans have withdrawn their support or even called for him to drop out of the race. Several people on the call said Ryan explicitly told House members, "You all need to do what's best for you and your district." Ryan said he was willing to endure political pressure to help protect our majority, a person on the call said. In the eyes of many Republican leaders, the recently released tape of a 2005 conversation in which Trump made vulgar, predatory comments about women not only jeopardized his own uphill candidacy but that of Republicans fighting to hold their majority in the Senate. Their commanding majority in the House could now be in peril too. Some conservatives expressed alarm with Ryan's tone, according to those on the call. California Representative Dana Rohrabacher called Republican leaders cowards, one person on the call said. On the other side of the Capitol, there were signs that more Republican Senate candidates were moving to distance themselves from Trump. Two Republicans said they expected to see ads urging voters to back GOP Senate candidates as a check on Clinton's power in the White House. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell refused to even acknowledge Trump, telling business leaders in his home state of Kentucky that if they expected to hear him discuss the presidential race they might as well go ahead and leave. Questioned at Sunday's debate about his vulgar remarks, Trump turned his fire on the Democrats. He accused Bill Clinton of having been abusive to women and said Hillary Clinton went after those women viciously. He declared the Democratic nominee had tremendous hate in her heart and should be in jail. Anything to avoid talking about your campaign in the way it's exploding, Clinton countered. For voters appalled by Trump's words, the businessman's debate performance likely did little to ease their concerns. He denied he had kissed and groped women without their consent, dismissing his claims that he had his locker room talk. Clinton on Monday tweeted, "If Trump stands by what he said about women as locker room talk, he's clearly not sorry. Just like Michelle says, when they go low, we go high," President Barack Obama added on his account. Hillary Clinton went high and showed why she'll be a POTUS for all Americans. Trump's intensely loyal supporters might well be energized by his vigorous criticism of Clinton. He labeled her the devil and promised she would be in jail if he were president because of her email practices at the State Department, a threat that drew widespread criticism. That was a quip, Kellyanne Conway, Trump's campaign manager, said Monday on MSNBC's Morning Joe. She also wouldn't confirm what he said at the debate, that as president he would appoint a special prosecutor to investigate Clinton. Trump was channeling the frustration of voters, she said. But Trump doubled down on the prosecuting Clinton at the Pennsylvania rally on Monday afternoon. "I win, we're going to appoint a special prosecutor." And he said that if more tapes are released of Trump saying inappropriate things, we'll continue to talk about Bill and Hillary Clinton doing inappropriate things. Going into Sunday's debate, Trump trailed Clinton by double digits among likely voters, according to a new NBC News Wall Street Journal poll that showed Clinton with 46% support among likely voters in a four-way matchup, compared to 35% for Trump. The Trump video overshadowed potentially damaging revelations about Clinton's paid speeches to Wall Street firms. Emails released by WikiLeaks last week showed Clinton told the group that it's acceptable for a president to project differing positions in public and private. Asked if that's two-faced, Clinton pointed to Abraham Lincoln's effort to get the 13th Amendment passed, allowing emancipation of slaves, by lawmakers who did not support African American equality. Rolling his eyes, Trump said, "Now she's blaming the late, great Abraham Lincoln." WikiLeaks published another 2,000 emails Monday that it said belonged to Clinton campaign chief John Podesta. Thank you for watching videos. You remember the likes and comments below. Thanks.